There we go. Yay! So that's the picture that's going to be on the thumbnail forevermore, my brother. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Well, good morning, kids. We are the Kong family, and here we are again for another episode. It's a beautiful Friday here in the great state of Utardia. We've got beautiful sunshine. It's been raining for the last several days, and now it's beautiful, sunny. How about you, Sean? What you got going up there in Montana? Is it beautiful?
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Kind of cloudy, but it's mostly sunny. So I'm going to stick with that theory, that vibe.
Half full, right? How about you, Thomas? So you went through some sort of a crazy storm yesterday. Holy moly, softball size hail. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, they had some pretty good size hail here last night that came through the areas and this, that, and the other, and we've been without power since 3 o'clock, and we're still without power right now. I've got the truck turned on with the power cord running to the truck, so I can actually have power to run my computer this morning.
Wow. Hey,
getting her done. Getting her done. That's just Texas-style resourcefulness right there.
Yes, it is. That is
we call
awesome.
that res rigging up this way. You just res rig it. You make it happen any way you can. It's not to be an insult. It's to be like, look, I'm going to make this work, and I'll be dadgum if something's going to get in my way. It might take a butter knife. It might take a coat hanger, but at the end of the day, it's getting the job done. And duct tape. God bless duct tape has been a miracle maker for years.
Thomas Warden, the duct tape and hammer of life.
God bless it.
Yes. I'm thankful my truck has the inverter on it this morning. We was able to plug up the coffee pot and get the coffee made, and then we was also able to get everything recharged back up this morning after the first meeting. So that ran the battery down, and it's like, oh man, I got to get this all plugged up. So I've been running around right after that meeting, getting the extension cord to run, truck cranked up, moved over, everything plugged back in so I could be in my office to be able to do this today.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for all of your efforts to be able to come here with us today. And so we're going to work on getting this baby rolling here. We are the Kong family, and we've got this really simple goal, kids. We just want to change the world. And people might think that's a lofty goal, a little unrealistic. And we say, heck with that, baby. That is something that we are watching happen every single day. And how is it again, Sean, that we're doing that?
One glass of Kangen 9.5 at a time.
Exactly, my brother. And one lightning bolt in a box, and one incredible individual, one incredible family at a time. And so with all that, let's get right into the meat of it. Our brother Thomas Warden from Beaumont, Texas is in the house, and he has an incredible story to tell. And he's been here and he's told it before, but yours truly forgot to hit the record button, and so we had to have him back on again because he's always got great stuff to share with us anyway, and plus
Encore.
And so we want to have him on here again, so that and this time I did not forget the record button, so this is going live, baby, and it's getting recorded, and Thomas Warden is in the house. So Thomas, I'd like to ask you the question that I love to ask of everybody. First off, because this is the most intriguing part to me, is how people get involved. How did you end up being part of the Kong family? Why did you decide that it was something that you wanted to be part of? How long ago was it? And then the final interesting side of it is, were you a skeptic like I was?
Well, the skeptic right out of the bat, throw that one right out the window for me. I started looking back in 2000 when my life mentor came down with cancer, and we started researching different things that we could do and how we could help him and assist him because it had throat cancer at first is where he started. And then so treatments back and forth for that year, and then researching and stuff, and then boom, it didn't take very long before the cancer, there was nothing anybody could do, because once it hit and it opened up, it spread throughout his body like wildfire. Like a bunch of piss ants on a sugar cube. It just right through him, and there was nothing that could be done. But yet, so all that time frame, I had learned about the water. I had learned about the putting the alkalized chemical stuff within it to make it to where he could get his body in a correct state, and started doing more research on it, and really didn't pay attention to it all the way up until 2016, because I was living my life. I was going on with the things that I do. I worked in construction all my life. So working as a safety consultant, I traveled. And so it was really on the back burner of my thought process. And then when I went to work one day and I got laid off, 43 of us one morning when the oil crashed out, and boom, it just tanked right there around early 2016. So now we're sitting here looking for another job. So what did I do as a construction person? I just picked up the phone and I started calling everybody. Hey, I need a job. I'm looking for something. We're down again. This is construction. Who's got what, where? I have traveled the world, my entire life. So going somewhere for another job is nothing new to me. So I finally landed one, but I had been working for 3 years, 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for the oil and gas industry. I did that for 5 years. I had 4 days off a month. So when I found this other job, it was just a stepping stone until the oil got back up, right? I was making less money, working less time, and I was still away from home though. So I was still away from home 10 hours, still providing for me a living and my home life at the same time. So it was like, I've got to find something different. So what did I do? I started scrolling around through the social media, through online, through different stuff, and came across a program or whatever, and some people that said that they could mentor me and show me how to build a business and how I could get my life back in order from the inside out. So when I contacted them and we started chatting, well, then that's when the water came up, because I have gout. So there was issues that I had when I started talking about my health to these people. Then all of a sudden they said that we have something that you may want to check out that could probably assist you to get your body back in order. So I listened, pulled up their little video, checked it out. And then when I seen what it could do and the no disease can live within an alkaline state body, all of a sudden that cancer started coming back up. My mentor started coming back into my head and what we had went through with him. And it was like, this is what we needed for him way back then, and to see that, my mom was a full-fledged diabetic. So I was like, all right, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to get her back in order. So I purchased the product. It went to my house. She was utilizing it and the Ukon and the Anespa, because I purchased all three at one time. Because if I'm going to promote something, I want to know every aspect of it. I want to know the ins and outs of it so I can have my own testimony. Well, I was still on the road working. The unit was at my house. My mother was using it, but not truly using it. The Ukon she was staying diligent with. The water, she still was on that Lipton tea. I couldn't get her off that Lipton tea that you drink out of the bottle. The most acidic crap I've ever found. I'll tell you that in a minute. So, but anyway, I stayed on the road and stayed moving around for a year. And then when I finally came home, I had already leveled myself up within the organization to a 6A, and I came home so I could go get my bonus check. So within the bonus check, then I seen my first demo. And people are saying, your first demo after a year of being in this? Yes. Because I was doing it an unconventional way. I was doing it a little bit different than the brick and mortar and the door-to-door of knocking on doors. I was doing it through a social media aspect of getting these products out there to the world, and did very well and still do very well at that today. So, but that time frame that I seen my first demo and I came home, then I was able to go into my mom's house and show her the demo, and then it opened up her eyes just a little bit, and she got off of the acidities and started this regimen truly so she could be around here a little bit longer, because that's what I told her. I want you to be here a little bit longer. I don't want this acidity that's in your body to overtake you for the rest of your life. Let's see what it can truly do. So she did. And we're going on 3 years now that she has been diligent with this water. Come two more months will be 3 years. And within that 3 years time frame, she has lost 44 pounds. Still does not go to the gym, has not changed her eating habits because she's already good on eating because she's a diabetic. But my sister, the big kicker of all this, is the pharmacist that fills my mom's prescriptions for the insulin, the medicine, thyroid, cholesterol, all that stuff. So within this 3 years time frame, my sister has been able to watch the doctor lessen her insulin intake, lessen her long lasting, almost got rid of the thyroid medicine, and she's not even have a thyroid, to watch her cholesterol medicine get dropped on out as well. That's my true testimony of why I got into the business and why I moved, because I wanted my family and my friends to be here a little bit longer with me, for me to be able to have what I have within my body to be gone and not have any flare-ups anymore as well. So skeptic, no. Got in it because I seen the bigger picture, yes. To be able to move myself and my family the way that I have done, that has been the best journey of my entire life. To be able to see the unfolding of the people across the world that are shifting their life by 1 glass of Kangen water a day. I drink a gallon a day. They say you need to drink X amount of water per your body weight. Not just, they used to be, you know, you need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. No. You need to drink X amount per your body weight. And if you want more, then drink more. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to affect you, because what does your body need? Air, food, and water, and physical movement. Those 4 things right there is what our body truly needs to have on a day-to-day basis. But yet we have so many people neglecting just this temple that they're living in. This temple, this machine that we work with every day, many people are lacking because it just tastes good. Oh, it's so much easier and convenient to run to the restaurant instead of cooking a good meal for you. It's so easy and convenient to have the excuses of why you're not doing something better for yourself. So I don't know if that answers all your questions, but yes, that's one of the directions of why I got into this.
Yeah, absolutely. That's some great stuff. I love hearing that. It's, you know, everybody has their own different journey as to how they manage to get on board with the Kong family. And so that's why that's always the first thing I start out with, because I really want to know what got them in, how they got in, you know. And because for me, I was a huge skeptic. I wasted 6 perfectly good years or months of my life, you know, and I could have been part of the Kong family 6 months earlier if I'd have just woke up. But it was a story that lit the light bulb. It wasn't the facts and figures, or as Sam always says, the data. It was a story, a life-changing story. And so that's why I decided that doing something like this would be helpful, because I think there's a lot of people out there that they're just a story away from their life changing forever, like it was for me. And so that's one of my passions, is to get stories out there. And that's why we have awesome people like you on. And so what other things do you have?
People are that far from that diamond that they're digging for, because we're all searching for that little diamond within us. That's that little betterness that's within us. And so many people get that close and then give up on themselves.
Yeah. Yes. Isn't that the truth? Hey, Sean, do you have anything that you want to ask Thomas, or anything get stimulated in that brain cell of yours?
Yeah. No, I just listened to him, and I think about Rachel yesterday, and then I think about you and me kind of needing to be beat over the head with it a little bit, and I realized some of us just take a little longer than others to make sense of certain things.
Yeah, exactly. That's two guests in a row that didn't have any kind of skepticism in them. They just knew right off the bat that it was the way to roll, and so they did. And so Thomas, so you ended up having gout, and that helped you out with your gout, and it's helped your mother with her diabetes and her blood pressure and that kind of stuff. And I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind expanding just a little bit further on your mother, just because of the fact that I've got a really dear friend of mine who is really suffering bad from diabetes, and I'd like to, I'm going to try and get him to watch the replay of this when this is over with. And, he almost died just this last week. He almost died of a diabetic heart attack. And, anyway, he made it, but I keep telling him, dude, you need Kong. And so who knows, maybe a good story will bring him out of his slumber and make him do what he should do. Want to expand on that just a smidge?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest part between my mom and my aunt, my mom, they're twins. And to see everything that has been happening with my mom, to see all the changes within her body, going from the alligator skin because of the high acidity, the high acidosis, we should say. And so she always had the alligator skin. The anespa pretty much rocked that out. You know, she has got a smoother skin. Her tone is back. Her energy is back. Her vibration is back. Her focus is back. The energy to get outside and rake the leaves in the yard instead of sitting behind the TV with the remote control for hours upon hours upon hours watching Days of Our Lives. You know, instead she started living her life again, you know. But yet it took her to actually see the demo, to actually see the drops and understanding the acidities that we're putting in our body is what's fueling the acidosis state. And with that high acidosis state, you know, you have to start putting something better within your body. And then her seeing that finally the acidic Coke, not Coke, but the Lipton teas that she was drinking, you know, because it was easier than her having to make a pitcher of tea. But yet she makes a pitcher of tea now with the Kangen water. She makes her coffee with the Kangen water. She cleans off all her foods with the Kangen water now because she now understands the value of the machine and what it's doing for her and getting rid of the chemicals out of her body and getting her body within a correct alignment that it's never been in for such a long time. You know, because she can only remember the time frame as a child of, you know, being a good energy and having good, you know, excitement and creativity and focus and, you know, all that stuff. You know, so going from 26 years of age to having to regulate because it does this. If you're not taking the correct shots, if you're not eating the correct foods, you can drop down into those diabetic comas. You know, if you have those indulgent days that you want to have the things that you're not supposed to, but if you didn't take the correct insulin shot, then guess what? You're going to spike up or you're going to spike down depending on what you have. I can remember many days of my mom, I be in one side of the house, my mom's on the other side, but there was a faint voice that I heard my name called, but yet she wasn't strong enough to call my name. She was laying in that bed because I heard it, and I took off running across the other side of the house to be able to find her in a pool of sweat because she had went into a diabetic just starting to drop out. So I knew what I needed to do because I went through the training because I knew my mom was a diabetic and at any time that she could drop out. And if I didn't give her the correct shot, if I didn't bring her the orange juice, if I didn't bring her that little glass of Coke or something, then I knew I could lose my mother. And I know that I could lose my mother at any time that these insulins are not delivered to that drugstore. And then that my sister can get my mom or any diabetic can get their correct medications. All it takes is one bout of Medicare saying, hey, we can't provide this today because we're not going to pay for it, for my mom to actually die. That's not a thought that I wanted. So when I seen this machine and I seen the benefits and I watched all the YouTube videos and the testimonies of people with diabetes versus Kangen water and seeing the results of what it was doing for them, it was a freaking no-brainer for me to know that I'm going to have my mom and my aunt around a little bit longer. And that's the way I presented to them. I want you here a little bit longer. I don't want you to have that mindset to know, hey, I'm going to die anyway one day. What the hell? That was my mom's mindset. But to now see her having fun with the grandchildren out in the yard, to see her out there barbecuing with us and having fun in life, to see that my mom is coming back brings joy to my life, brings happiness to me. So if you're going through a situation and if you're watching this right now and you have diabetes, then pay attention and link out to JJ, reach out to Sean, reach out to me. I don't care because we're going to put y'all into the right path of where you need to go to shift your life like we have and the people around us have. Because it's nothing but testimony after testimony you will hear. Because we know what it has done for us. Our body has gotten back into a correct alignment after we started putting the correct stuff within it.
That is some powerful stuff, brother. You know, I'm sitting here thinking, as you're saying all that, I'm thinking about my mom, you know, because it was too late for her. I didn't know about it. And it's.
But the best thing now, that learning curve that you learned from what could have been better for your mom, now you are making that movement. You are making that energy to make sure that people are informed about what it can do for you so nobody else has to go through those feelings that you're going through every day now. Nobody has to get up and say, I miss her. No, she's with you, yes. But yet she is giving you a better knowledge to be able to get it out there to the world by doing this Kong Family Show, and I want to thank you for that.
My pleasure. It's absolutely fantastic. It's an incredible blessing being able to be here, being able to have all these incredible people like the genie in the bottle that just popped out with her cute little face there, her smile. That's so awesome. Rachel, do you have any questions or anything that from what you just heard from Thomas? Did that stimulate anything? Did that pop the genie out of the bottle? That she's got something she wants to say?
Yes, actually, something that I should have mentioned yesterday. If I would have known about the water sooner as well, like my husband and I have been together for 8 years, married for almost 3, and I met his father before he had passed away, and he was only in his 61st year. He was a retired nurse, and he had lung cancer, and he passed away. And I wish that I could have been able to introduce this to him, because I didn't know him very well, but I did get to meet him, and he was a pretty awesome guy. And the one thing that my husband mentions too, and we even mentioned at our wedding, is that he actually got off, like he went downstairs and he played a game of pool with me. So that was like a memory that we have, that he actually got up and he wanted to play pool with me. And it wasn't too long after that he had passed away. So it's just pretty incredible. Like you think of these things now because he could be here still. You never know, right? So I just wanted to mention that today.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that so much. You know, it's all about.
JJ,
Yeah,
can I offer this? I mean, and this is what I've been telling people, and there's no secret to it. Everybody that I've shared this water with that has allowed me to in their 11th hour, some type, every person over the last 10 years that's been in that situation has experienced some type of miracle or other. There's just no way around it. The body's designed to receive this water like Jerry Rice was designed to catch Joe Montana's touchdown passes. I mean, it was just synchronicity and personified. The people that haven't, the people that have jocked me with the snake oil and their own disbelief, man, they've either died or their situation has gotten worse, and it's discouraging. But again, you know, you just think, why are we doing it? You know, you want to help people. And that's why you just want to serve. And I hate the fact that we lose certain people. I hate the fact that there are people that, like you guys have said, you couldn't get this water to because it was just they passed before we were blessed enough to have this technology. But yeah, just moving forward. I mean, it's just such a mission to get it to anybody and everybody, hopefully before the wheels are coming off, you know.
Yeah.
Getting the information out there before they get to that one moment of hope. What do I have left? Oh, I can hope this works for me. We want everybody to understand that don't get your life to that point before you try it. Don't wait to that moment when the doctor says you have 3 months left to live. Go home and get your shit in order. You know, don't wait to that moment. Take control of that temple that you have right now. Take control of that healthcare plan that you're putting within you. Are you putting the correct foods within your body? Are you getting the correct exercise within your body? Are you getting the correct hydration within your body? Because we've seen this morning, somebody went and bought 5 gallons of Primo and said, I've got my water for the day. And then once I talked to him and showed him just a simple little process that everybody can go and get. Everybody has a swimming pool or a hot tub. And if you know anything about pH, your body is pH. So what are you drinking matters. So if you want to put the acidity within your body or you don't want to, why don't you test what you're drinking? Test one of those Sprites. Test that little Gatorade. Test that bottled water that you just spent $6 on. And then start calculating how much money did you spend this month on just that water when you could have tested it and known that. How did they get it to that pH? That's my question to you. How did they get it to that pH that they can say they can sell it on that store? They put chemicals within it, guys. Okay, so more crap that you're putting back into your body that we're trying to get out of your body so we can get you into a better alignment. So you want the hydration right then. You want the cellular level right then. You want your body not to have the Alzheimer's, not to have the eczema, not to have any of the diseases within it. Then get your body into a correct alkaline state. And the only way you can do it is straight from the tap of the Kangen machine, because those bubbles is what you truly need. Having something that you're buying from the store that has been processed through reverse osmosis and killed everything that you have in it, and then they put it into a bottle and send it to the store. And then you pay outrageous money for it because you think you're doing something good for your body. But yet all you're doing is burning up your pocketbook, and you're making them richer and richer. Why don't you take that money that you've been investing within them, invest it within a machine for you, put it on your counter at your house so you can actually get this testimony for yourself right then and there.
Amen. Amen. That's some great stuff, Thomas. You know, of course, I would expect no less than awesome sauce out of you, brother. And so it's just so great whenever we can get you to come on in the house and spread some of this love. And now that's going to bring me to my next question that I always love this one, because the different responses are always so varied, because everybody has their different one thing. And my question to you is that you've got somebody out there that they need this water, they want this water, they're curious, whatever, and you've got one thing that you can say to them that is going to make them or break them or whatever. You got one thing, and that's it. You don't get to say anything else. You get one thing. What is it?
Kind of hard to break that into one word, huh? It is. And I ask people that same question all the time. If you could bring something back to the table that would actually shift somebody's life, what would it be? And I'm going to say belief. Because I believe within me, I believe within my community, I believe within my product, and I believe within the things that we are able to do on a day-to-day basis that are shifting our own lives. So belief.
Amen. I love that. Because, you know, we know that you can do whatever you believe you can do. And that's,
well, I mean, most people, if you don't believe within you, if you don't believe within your abilities, are you going to truly be able to accomplish the goal that you're going after? No, because you're letting self-doubt and fear control you. But yet when you put that belief on that shoulder and say, you know what, God, we got it. We're going to take care of this. It's going to happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make this. It's going to happen. Why? Because we believe within ourselves.
yes.
Everything else will flow.
And, you know, that's something that brings up an interesting thing that I know Sean has mentioned in the past that I thought was really profound about this particular company, is that we have something that is profound, that we can literally be proud of. We don't have to make any excuses for this company. We don't have to say, oh, well, that happened or this guy or that guy or anything like that. We have something here that is literally so powerful and so life-changing that we can literally be proud of it. We don't have to make excuses for it. We don't even have to defend it, because it is what it is. It is literally, like Sean said, Kangen water is prayer in action. And that is exactly what it is. We have something that's so incredible. We can be so proud of it that for me, considering all the different things I've tried over all the years of being the serial entrepreneur from the age of 19 years old to the time of 53 years young, this is the very first thing that I've ever been involved with where I literally could just truly be proud of every aspect of it and everything about it. And it's really just, it's something that gives me just such great warmth in my heart every morning when I wake up. There's something crazy about the idea of being able to look yourself in the mirror with your hair standing on end and laugh and say, you know, whose life do I get to go change today? You know, who can I go help today? And, you know, or who do I get to change today? Lead me that direction.
The best part about it, what I like about this is not something that we're trying to convince anybody on. I'm not trying to convince you on anything. What we have is we have a product that has been around for 45 years. We have testimonies after testimonies that are already proven. So we're not in here trying to convince anybody about the product. We're not trying to convince you on anything of what it can do. All we're doing is say, this is what it's done for us. You want to see? Let's get you hooked up.
Amen. Boy, isn't that the truth? So, so Sean, do you have anything else that you'd like to ask Thomas? Any comments?
Well, I'm sitting here fumbling through this diabetes thing that I'd gotten. Kind of helps help people understand why Kangen's so profound for diabetes. I just posted it, shared it. I was about to send it to you guys just for reference resource. But no, again, it's just Thomas has got a real keen insight on things all the way around, you know what I mean? And I love his perspectives. Yeah, you just got a real good way of putting things together, man. And I'm just really glad we were able to get you on here again and have this cat record it this time so we can share it for posterity's sake, you know.
Yes, amen. Well, Thomas, I want to. One of our big things around here, of course, is we want to unite people. We're trying to get people to resonate with the truth, with the answer to their prayers. And you never know whose story, which individual is going to come on here that is all of a sudden going to be that Brittany Dykes for that person. And so one of the things that I always like to make sure that every guest has an opportunity to do is to tell everybody how to get a hold of them, so that if somebody's out there and they're like, wow, this Thomas Warden dude, he's something else. I got to work with this dude. And we never know who this is going to be, when it's going to be, because this is now going to go up onto the Kong Family Show YouTube channel, and it's going to be out there for forevermore for people to see. And, you know, it might be 10 years from now, somebody sees this and they might want to be involved and hook up with. Sorry about that. My sweet is in the house. Come here. You gotta come say hi to everybody. This is my sweetheart.
Hi.
She's got her Kong's water. She's headed off to work. And
Dinner out.
this is my better 99.9%. Love you, honey.
In the fridge.
Have a great day. Sorry about that. You know, but whenever my sweetie comes in the house, I always have to make sure to introduce her because she's so amazing. I got to tell you about this lady right here. She's been working at the local grocery store for 29 years. And in 29 years, she's called in sick 3 times. 3 times in 29 years. I think that's something incredible. I've always been completely amazed by that. I love to share that story because she is special. She's really a true life angel. And but anyway, you know, we want to unite people. We want to get people together, and so whoever might see this down the road and they want to get a hold of Thomas Warden, I want them to know how they can do that, whatever information you would like to give out. And I'd also like to let everybody know that if you're going to send Thomas a friend request or an email or anything like that, please do him the common courtesy of letting him know why. Because Thomas is such a rock star that he's got people reaching out to him from all over the place. And so let him know why. Let him know, hey, I saw you on that Kong Family Show. You're a rock star. I want some rock and roll in my life. So how do they get a hold of you, Thomas? What do you want to give them?
Well, first, just going on Facebook, you can go into thomas.warden, that's WARDEN .98, or you can just type in Thomas Lee Warden, and then you'll be able to pull up all the other stuff. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. When you Google me, you'll see it in all different locations. But like you said, just go to the personal page, send me a message, and then we can reach out and connect with each other right there. Also, you can go to twarden73 @outlook.com. That's my email address. And then the website is thomasleewarden.com. So you can come to the website. You got the email, my Facebook, you got my email, and then let's connect up that way. Like I said, I don't give out my phone number. It is on the site, but yet it stays busy all the time because, like he says, we have clients all over the world that is steadily, continuously calling. After the morning motivation meeting, then we have this meeting here. And then before you know it, my schedule starts at around 11 o'clock, and then 1:30, 3:30, and 5:30. And then just about every morning when I wake up, those are already blocked and ready to roll for somebody. So if you wanted to message me and get in on those meetings, then definitely get in there early so you can block off a time that we can chat. I give 30 minutes to 45-minute conversations with people to map out a game plan on where you're at in life, where you wanted to go in life, what are your dreams on what you're wanting to accomplish. And then that way we can guide you into a correct direction of what you really want, you know, and what can assist you. So that's pretty much it.
You know, that's incredible. And I want people to understand something, because Thomas is really a humble dude, and he's not going to be doing any kind of bragging about himself. But I'll tell you what, I'll be happy to brag about this rascal, because the things that he does has changed and shifted the course of my life forever. The way you think is what determines who you are and what you're going to be. And I've learned that in such a huge way from Thomas, but he's put together something that is truly incredible, that people literally pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for. And Thomas gives it to us for free. We were just talking, you were just mentioning right there that you give 30 to 45-minute phone calls to people. And the truth of the matter is, there's people out there in the online world who they won't give you 5 seconds of their time unless you're paying them $500 for it. And this man right here, he just brings it right out of the goodness of his heart, and he doesn't charge anybody a dime for that time, even though he's freaking buried and has everything going on. There's so much stuff going on every day that, you know, he barely gets time to go and say hi to the puppies. But, you know, it's just incredible, and it really epitomizes what the Kong family is all about. We have these incredible individuals who are busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest, and they still find the time to eke out to help other people, even though they know that they're not going to get any monetary gain out of it. And that's what's so special, you guys, is we have all these people who they're not concerned about monetary gain. They understand the concept of positive reinforcement and the laws of attraction and that kind of stuff. And so their goal is to help people, because they know that by helping others, they can help themselves. And that's the way we all are in here. You know, Sean and I, we're not even on the same squad. We're in the same league, but we're not on the same squad together. But we work with each other daily. We help each other daily. We love interacting and doing what we do. And it's amazing as we continue to get to know each other how much we find we have in common. And it's just so exciting. And it's just neat to be part of a family like this. And I'm so blessed and so grateful for it. And you know, that's what this is all about. And quite frankly, Thomas, you know, you're the reason. I mean, obviously I did it, but the reason I did it is just because of your coaching, your you know, all this incredible information and all the incredible gifts that I get from you on a daily basis that you don't get any compensation for, except for right here in your heart, knowing that you helped change somebody's life. And if anybody ever tells you, hey, you changed my life, you say, that's a bunch of hogwash. Yeah, you changed your own life. I didn't do anything. I just you know, gave you a tool that you could work with, gave you some positive reinforcement.
Just showing people the way, like Peter Frampton is what he's doing.
Amen. And so, you know, this has been another incredible edition of the Kong Family Show, and I know that you've got stuff to do, Thomas. And so I'd just like to ask you just one last thing. If there's any one last golden nugget that you'd like to drop on the family, now would be a great time to do that, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. One question. To everybody that's watching, everybody that's listening, everybody that catches this on the replays, are you living a happy life? If you're not, evaluate. Come check out JJ's in the morning time. He hosts the morning motivation on there with us. He's putting the link out for y'all to be able to get this information for free. And if you're not connecting, then you're the one that's lacking. You have no one else to blame. If you're not happy within your life, evaluate within that mirror. Start breaking those demons down. Start removing those gremlins and tell them that you don't want them in your life. Move your direction into that happiness. If you're happy in the career that you're at, you're accomplished. If you're happy every day when you got out of that bed, you've accomplished. Because that's all we want for everyone, is to just be happy within the temple that you are creating. This. What do you see in the mirror? And are you projecting your true, authentic self to the world as well? That's it.
And
That's some powerful stuff right there, buddy.
can I add to that just for, and I need a little group participation on this one. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Right, that's right. Bless your heart, Thomas Lee Warden. You're a beautiful specimen of a human being, man, and it's an honor and a pleasure to even have you on the show. I love what you do in the mornings. You guys in my group, I posted it in my wet cell water group. You want to get up in the morning and dust it off a little bit, 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. The daily positive vibes motivation group is killer, man. These guys get after it. Thomas is flying the plane with several co-pilots, but it's a real good way to start the day. And I can't encourage you guys enough to start taking steps towards bettering yourself and not just accepting the mundane, the daily, the rhetorical lifestyle that you've just chosen and just settled for. Reach. Guys like this around us, they help us reach. So what can we do to help you reach? That's the whole objective. Quit settling for the low fruit. There's some real cherry bombs up top and the high in the trees, and you got to reach for it to get it. The low fruit, man, the deer get that. We don't want to battle the deer apples. We want our own high fruit that's undaunted. Thomas, JJ, our group here, we're trying to help you reach for the high fruit. Giddy up.
Amen. Yes, we are the Kong family, kids, and we have a very simple goal. We just want to change the world. How are we doing that again there, Sean?
Big dang Anasazi says 1 glass of 9.5 and magic Kangen water at a time. Right there, Tomas Mooster's busting a move like young MC, as am I. Shazam, right there. Kangen water. Beware of knockoffs.
1 lightning bolt in a box at a time, and 1 incredible individual, 1 incredible family member at a time. And so, Thomas, thank you once again for eking out some time for us today to be on this show and share your magic. And this is going to go out to the world, and it's going to be out there for forevermore as long as its platforms are available. And we're just so blessed to have you here. And of course, everybody, you know, we are the Kong family, and we want to let you know that you do not forget your hugs, okay? Make sure you remember how to hug yourself and tell yourself you love yourself. Don't forget your HooDeeHoos. Love you so much, you guys. Have an awesome one, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Be a blessing to somebody today.
Amen.
Have a good day, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Jeannie.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Have a great one, you guys. Much love.